We want to talk today about veteran benefits. Hey, this is Russ from Veteran Struggles, and I appreciate you joining us today. We want to look at really what the cost of war has been for America on its veterans. War and the cost of war doesn't end at the last shot. It doesn't end at the last soldier that's remaining in country. No, it goes on years and decades after those troops have come home. The reality of war, we see it in our veterans today. They are paid a severe price for over 2 decades of military conflict around the world. Today's Veterans Affairs is spending a soaring amount of money to take care of the veterans that have been engaged in this military campaign. The whole veterans benefit from hospitalization to pension is almost to the point where it's greater than the total budget for the Department of Defense. And a lot of people are grappling with how can this be? But then when you look at the years of war and the collateral damage that was done to our troops, it's easy to come to the conclusion that this war from 2001 on has been very costly. And the VA stood about $45 billion before the 2001 war began. But today, it is estimated to be up to $300 billion, and it is not stopping there. The projections are suggesting that the amount that the country is paying toward its veterans could raise up to $400 billion in the coming years. Compare this to the defense budget, and they're almost at the same price. The defense budget is a little over $800 billion today. Post 9/11 era, accessing the VA services for medical checkups, physical therapy, mental health, and counseling, the cost of these services are on the increase. How did we get here? This is the question that we should ask. Well, the answer lies in the invisible long tail cost of modern warfare. The conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan have produced a generation of veterans with complex injuries, complex mental injuries, and also physical injuries. They face everything from traumatic brain injury to PTSD, to long-term physical disability, to back pain, knee and ankle strains and pain. The short-term conditions, they require a lifetime of attention. As the veteran population continues to seek care, the price tag for those veterans are increasing rapidly, especially with the concept of never leave a veteran behind. This is costing America a lot. It's just not healthcare. It also applies to compensation payments, the cost of mental health and education programs. There's a wide variety of benefits to take care of our veterans. The Veterans Affairs budget isn't just about hospital beds. It isn't just about medicines and doctors. It includes disability compensation. Disability compensation along with educational assistance, job training, and other forms of long-term support to allow the veteran to be able to reintegrate back into society and be a valuable member of society. As the pool of veterans grows, with many of these veterans living longer thanks to advancement in medicine, the cost to maintain the health of those veterans are increasing. The care of those veterans, it is our responsibility as American citizens to care for those that we sent into war. From rehab to community outreach events, these all are pivotal activities that help the veteran. Consider the demographics. Millions have served since 9/11 era. They've returned home with a wide range of needs that might not surface for many years to come after their employment, from chronic pain, mental health struggles. We know most veterans don't want to report this, to lingering effects of exposure from toxins, all stack up and demand a comprehensive treatment strategy and ongoing care. As these years pass, the complexity and the cost of treating these veterans will increase. A spokesman for the VA gave testimony on Capitol Hill, and it was striking what this public official said about our care and our provisions for our heroes that came home. It says, as the VA representative once noted in testimony in front of the Congress, that the cost of caring for the veteran peaked decades after the conflict ends. This is not a short-lived financial burden. It is a generational obligation that reflects our commitment to our soldiers. It doesn't start with just a conflict, but it continues much longer after the conflict. Their implicit promise that we gave to our veterans when they came home, that our promise was to them that we would take care of you and your family. History teaches us that the price of war endures long after the troops have come home. Veterans from earlier conflicts like Korea and Vietnam agree that the greatest period of need is when they come home. And this is expensive care that confront the health challenges that's associated with aging and combat experience, service-related conditions. Their experiences foreshadow the future. What's happening now with post 9/11 veterans will follow the same long arch. Projections and analysis by policy experts highlights that the VA's budget growth isn't a fluke, is a direct result of the nation's choice to engage in extensive, expansive conflicts around the globe, evolving the nature of veterans' benefit. This outcome is the near inevitable rise in long-term care costs. This should not be viewed simply as a liability, but rather it should be viewed as a moral obligation to those that we sent in harm's way. But the veterans' well-being is our responsibility when they come home. There's a moral dimension to this. These are just not expenditures. They're not line items on a national budget. They are moral obligations that we have made to the children of this nation, and we will support them in their sacrifice. I know there are many people today in the national government that's coming into power that believes that these benefits are luxurious. They believe these benefits are entitlements, but these benefits are not entitlements and they're not luxurious. They are a commitment that America has given to our soldiers, and we cannot renege on that commitment now. We need to support our troops. We need to reinforce our commitment for the benefits of our veterans. And veterans' experiences around the world have left them traumatized, injured, and in need of help. Whether it's education, whether it's physical rehabilitation, or mental counseling, we have an obligation to support the children of this nation. So as we move into the new year with the new president, and looking at the cuts that are maybe coming down the pipe from the billionaires who want to take more profit for themselves, and they want to forfeit the promise to our veterans. We as veterans, we must stand united. We must stand up for the benefits that are rightfully deserved for every veteran who has served. This is Russ from Veteran Struggles. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe so we can get this kind of content out to more veterans. I'm going to be covering VA news, my opinion on what's happening in politics with the VA spending cuts, and VA benefits as far as compensation and how to get claims passed through. So anything under the umbrella of VA, I will be covering it. Until next time, this is Russ. Have a great day.